but that's where I'm going back to my Lord. Whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but has everlasting life. When are you coming by? Qui est ton dia fighting? Brother, they say they are fighting. I am tired. I am tired. Can we go la la? Muna hoba free, ke wawa fula ganye. Mate, kwa ba fula hobela. Ngaya biakwe ngene mai. Biakwe.
They put their team together, they got men hunting, Stephen Cassidy Moloba to kill him. Because that boy is a bomb assassin. Every damn killing he did for the president, they're ready to expose it. And let me just tell you something, the opposition got all your clip. All the place you got your weapon hiding, we know it already. But because we don't want the Liberia to rise against you, that's why we still hold it. That's why the leader said no, don't put it out there. Because it left with I ain't give a fuck. I'm going to expose you, Joshua. Every day we sign in Ghana in the hotel with Winston Tottenham, I got all copies of the document. So I told you, I was in the CDC as acting CRO for the women league. That means I was a person for the women. So every damn fucking shit you did, I got copy of those documents. Whoa! Okay? And you know I don't joke. When I talk my things, I don't talk. I talk it, I mean it. That's why I call the press attention to listen to what I want to say. Jabati Koji is a stone cold killer. Jabati Koji was a son with my cousin Chucky Taylor. Jabati Koji was the one who murdered the mulatto girl that born in the cap for Taylor, for Chucky. So he knowing to be a notorious killer, he's not just a killer alone, but he's a murderer. And unfortunately, Patrick Sulu sitting down and director of police. You think he protect that? Patrick Sulu, you think he protect that? I'm sorry to let you know, you're on a time bomb. You are working on a time bomb because they intend to assassinate you. That's why the other day I said it clear. You need 1 year to not go out in the night without escort. And I told 1 or 2 the same thing. I said they will attack you if you don't believe it. And you want to see this here, they attack him. I gave him the open message to the director of police. If you know what's good for you, as the director of police, who went through the academy, who went through green. Because when I use the word green, you will know I've been there. Who went through green? Who have what it takes to be a police officer, to be an inspector general of police? Do the Liberian people job. And don't follow George now. Your credibility is at stake. People respect you as patriot. When you are 119, a lot of people respect you. A lot of people are hail you. But you know why? Under George government, you are losing popularity. You are losing respect. Because why? Crime rate is on the increase. You can never do nothing about it. I'm an African. I don't care if a kill me. I'm gonna die someday, but nobody's gonna kill me before my time. And that's the reason why I always tell people I'm not afraid of talking. You can come to my heart. You come to my heart, you must be male. I mean, enter Batala. When you went Batala with me, then me and you can go the same base together. Then you know you have to kill me. How long you can kill me? You can kill me. You can never kill me. So I just send in a message to the director of police. Watch your back. If you think you said it with George, right? You're Danny and whining. You're not Danny and whining. You're on a town bomb. You already get your replacement.
Let me welcome you all to the broadcast. As I start testing the new system that I'm about to start using, as I'm still testing it, it looked like my old system is probably much the best. But tonight I just came here to let you guys know that Honorable Sir Joseph will be appearing on our meeting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The reason why I intend to bring Honorable Sir Joseph is just very simple. You know, this government have been, a lot of killing have been going on in our governments. A lot of killing have been going on in this identical governments. And so I thought it wise to invite Honorable Sir Joseph for him to be able to go on our pedestal. Now, I'll be playing you guys a few clips so as to get yourself prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m., Honorable Sir Joseph will be our guest. And you know, the media thing, I've been in it for a very long time now. I've been into the media business for a very long time now. Why do I say that? When I started this podcast, there was not a single man beside Henry Pedro Costa that was into the business. So I thought it wise to bring you guys factual information now. When you see me on, that is to say I have something important to share with you guys. And that which I have been doing. But let us look at few clips here. Let us look at few clips here. And from there, I'll be giving my candid opinion on those clips. And then a left review for you to also decide. You know, on the death of Melvin, as I normally said, that Melvin was killed. You will not believe it that it took the government 3 weeks before they could get to Melvin's family to tell them that their son committed suicide. Now, it took them 3 weeks. Now, you that your family member is serving currently in the army or in the police or in the EPS, it is worrisome. They killed Melvin, and I came here on the podcast and I was able to tell you on how they killed Melvin. But you hear from the mom.
On the murder of our son. For us, our family, it was murder. We have reached the conclusion that our son was murdered. We're not accepting any suicide. Our son was murdered. And we are only here so that government can be able to tell us why he was murdered and who murdered him.
Who was Melvin prior to his death?
Melvin was a gentle giant. Melvin was very lovable, kind, funny, gentle. Melvin was everybody's friend. That's who Melvin was. A gentle giant.
What was your last interaction with Melvin prior to his death?
The last interaction with Melvin was on the phone. Before Melvin left to go up on the tour with the president, he called, and that was the tradition he had. He called his grandmother and asked for prayer. He did that all the time. And that was the last time he called and he was going on the tour with the president, and we should pray for him. That was the last time. That was the last time.
You earlier spoke about raising Melvin, helping to raise Melvin. What sort of child did you know him from his childhood to be?
Melvin lost his mother when he was under 3 years old. So we raised Melvin, his mother's family, we raised him. His mother was the sister between two of us. She was next to me. And Melvin, we raised him in our family in a Christian home. This is the first cousin right here. All of these kids were raised together. Melvin had never had any problem. He was raised as a normal child. Loving and caring. That's who Melvin was. And when he became a young man, he went into the world with the same attitude. Today, you will see people talk about Melvin all over. They will give you that character of Melvin. That's why when people come to us and tell us that our son killed himself, this family, no matter where you take us, this family is not going to accept that our son, he's not even capable of killing a fly. He's going to kill himself? No. If our son wanted to kill himself, he was a trained officer. He would have taken a single bullet. He would not torture himself by shooting all over his body. Who would want to torture themselves? And the circumstances surrounding this death is why we really have the family to say, our son did not kill himself. And we want to know who killed him and why. That's why.
And what have you been told by the government?
They say he committed suicide. The family said, no. Capital N-O, no. He did not commit any suicide. The people took Melvin's life. And we won't answer for that. He will not serve his country for 15 years on a decent record. Then you kill him and want to bury him for that record to go into history? No wonder. We want our son's name to be clear. He never killed himself. We want justice for Melvin. They must clear Melvin's name. Then the government got the nerve to come to us after they killed our son. It took 2 weeks. Nobody came to us to even say, people, you're sorry. Nobody came to us to say anything to us, to even officially explain to us how our son died. That has not happened from government yet. But 2 weeks after his death, they come to us to ask about his burial. 3 weeks after his death, they come to say they can only embalm him.
Have you seen the body of Melvin?
I've seen the body. I've seen the body of Melvin. And the body I saw, he had dressing on this side of his head, he had dressing here, and he had a dressing here. When I looked on his abdomen, I saw a hole through his shirt. I saw a hole there. When I was trying to go lower to the legs, we were not allowed to go that far. And we left the funeral home. So those things are assault on my son. I'm sorry. I need a different answer than the suicide. We're not going to settle. This family will not settle for any kind of suicide. They must clean up the record that he did for this government. He lived his life. This is a man who put his life on the line when you are working with the president. Do you know that a bullet comes that the bullet guys can take bullet for the president? Now this is the man who is laying down his life for his country. Then he stayed all night working. He was not a madman. He worked all night guarding his president. He was not a madman. But suddenly in the morning, he gets mad, he takes a gun, and he killed himself. Does that make any sense to anybody? It does not make sense to us. So we're not buying that.
Now, here is the thing. The government make a blunder in the first place. For 2 weeks to pass before they could be able to reach out to the family, to tell the family. And they know how best they kill Melvin. The government official know. And that's the reason why I have challenged them that not even the EPS director, even the president, who masquerading around saying that, oh yeah, Melvin died. Melvin shoot himself. The president was masquerading around. Total news saying that, yeah, Melvin shot himself in the head. You hear from it now somebody who have the gun, somebody who want to kill himself, would that person travel all the way to Nima country before he can be able to kill himself? Would that person really travel all the way to Nima before he can be able to kill himself? It's not to say this brother was confused. It's not to say that brother was in some a polygamy life. That brother was married. But the government, just what I explained the last time. Claudia is to be blamed in the whole thing. Claudia is to be blamed in the whole thing. Because it was Claudia who gave Melvin the instructions. You will hear more of this tomorrow morning. You will hear more of this. I'll play you another clip.
Costa, built up versus Henry Costa. It is not built up versus Henry Costa. It is those Liberian people that Henry Costa being falsely accusing as murderers, as thieves, and he goes with impunity. And he feels free anytime to say anything to anybody, and then nothing happened to him. I'm doing this for the Liberian people to know that nobody can sit in the comfort zone of the United States of America and endanger the lives of other people.
Okay.
I'm doing this for my daughter, Margaret, or Mawen, so that Mawen will not call me and say, Daddy, did you kill Uncle Emmanuel? Why did you do that? And I'll ask Mawen, what's your source? She said, I heard one Henry Costa saying,
You hear that word? What's your source? What is your source? The man is pronouncing source as source. Are you freaking kidding me? The MPA managing director, the man is pronouncing source. What is your source? The man is saying swear. Something wrong. Something got to be wrong with Honorable Bill Torrey. Something wrong with him.
Costa, built up versus Henry Costa. It is not built up versus Henry Costa. It is those Liberian people that Henry Costa being falsely accusing as murderers, as thieves, and he goes with impunity. and he feels free anytime to say anything to anybody, and then nothing happened to him. I'm doing this for the Liberian people to know that nobody can sit in the comfort zone of the United States of America and endanger the lives of other people.
Okay.
I'm doing this for my daughter, Margaret, or Mawen, so that Mawen will not call me and say, Daddy, did you kill Uncle Emmanuel? Why did you do that? And I'll ask Mawen, what's your choice? She said, I heard one Henry Costa saying, you killed Uncle Emmanuel. And I would tell my daughter, they fought a decade of war in Liberia. I did not join any warring faction. Nobody has seen me with gun before in my life. Uncle Emmanuel and I had breakfast together every morning. Here I had never fought in our over 20 years of friendship. But somebody to sit down in the comfort zone of America and embarrass you. I'm doing it for my daughter. That when she go to school, they tell her, your father is a murderer in Liberia, right? And she cries and go back home and does not want to go back to school. I'm doing it for her. So that the people know that I have never killed anybody. More than 4 persons died and Henry Costa connected me to the death of those 4 persons.
Yeah, we were asking about that because your name too has been mentioned. They say you did all you did.
I did all the killings. So I want Henry Costa to prove to the entire world, and you'll be helping Liberia to prove that I did those killings. I could be prosecuted, so I'm looking for my own case.
Will you appear before the court in the States, or you will use your lawyers?
My lawyers are there, and they are prepared to take on the case. If need be, I'll go to the court with my daughter, so that she can tell the court the embarrassment that Henry Costa had caused to her. She's only 14-year-old. Daddy, did you kill? Why did you kill the man and the woman in the car? Who are they?
You mean she has asked before?
Several occasions. For every time Henry Costa talked anything about me in the past, she would come and ask me, Daddy, why did you do this? Like the first one the first time I asked him about Henry Costa said, I was detained in Belgium. That Bildo had been arrested, he detained in Belgium. She called me. I was in the living room of Begobel Senior. I have to pull her on wax oil and tell her, say, I'm in the company of the president. I have not been arrested. I have to get outside with Kalasco to do a live video that I am in Liberia. I have not been arrested in Belgium.
Which you shouldn't have gone through that.
I shouldn't have gone through that. So I want Henry Costa and others who feel that they can castigate you. They can say any evil about you without no proof, but probably just to harm your character. I'm also doing it because those people who is said to be the family member of those that Henry Costa say I killed, who know my life is in danger. And then I'll retaliate on that man that killed my uncle. I'll retaliate on the man that killed my father. Because Henry Costa has said, I killed them. Right now, I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
So that's why I want to quote. I want to quote not because of me, but because the many ministers
have been falsely
accused. So that people can stop accusing them falsely.
You, including Minister Nantana Mangill, Minister Twe, Chief of Protocol, Fina Bondo, there have been these allegations of you people depriving people.
This guy is a complete joker, and this guy is not to be taken seriously. This guy, I will repeat that, this guy is a complete joker, and he is not to be taken seriously. The man called himself Bakube Jr. This guy, he is a flunky, a total flunky. He is a mere joker. And then those are the guys in that around this your president. And then he expecting for him to do well Those are the same guy that I ran the president, and then you guys are expecting for this government to do well? Are you freaking killing me? The mayor is pronouncing source. What is your source of income? What is your source of your information? What is your source of your information? And then this guy is pronouncing source as source. What is your source? And then you want for me, Jose, to take such a nonsense, man, seriously? Beltora is a flunky. Beltora is not to be taken seriously, and I strongly believe that Henry Pedro Costa will win that case. I'm not in my position here. I will keep it for tomorrow. Show what we have. Honorable Sir Joseph appearing here. Honorable Sir Joseph have been doing some tremendous good job. He will come, he will discuss it. Why they have to take the civil servant, the people that work for their office. Why this guy have to spend 18 months without taking pay? Honorable Sir Joseph will come here tomorrow to explain that. Honorable Sir Joseph will also explain to us tomorrow why the people call him Ebola scientist. Why he is called Ebola scientist? Why? Is it that Honorable Sir Joseph is doing tremendous work for our country or for the Liberian people? Or he has done a tremendous job, good job for the good benefit of our brother and sister in the land? Honorable Sir Joseph will be our guest tomorrow morning. I want to stop here because, I don't want to get my anger out there. I will stop here and wait for tomorrow. Patiently wait for tomorrow. But it's a new system here that I'm trying to test. This is what I've not been coming on because I've been trying to test this system. The new system now, one of the good things that I love about the new system, while I am streaming live, I can be also streaming on my YouTube page. Many guys can go to my YouTube page. You will see my old clips on my YouTube page, Jose Abraham. But for me to be able to say that the old system is better than the new, that the new system is better than the old system, no. I think the old system is much better. I think the old system is much better. But much ado, let me stop here. And tomorrow, we'll dive into the real issues. Tomorrow, we'll dive into the real issues. Yeah. Trust me, tomorrow, we'll dive into the real discussions. Yeah.